Renner Mills, Minnesota Vikings. Just want to win one before I die.
Dalton Songwrecker, Dallas Cowboys. Just trying to earn a little respect.
Lane Cooner, the conductor of the Baker train.
He is here. The conductor of the Baker train is with us live. Lane Cooner, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man. I'm ready for all of us to agree on who is winning this division.
We lost Dalton. I don't know where he
Can you
went
take
off
Green
to.
Bay off the screen too?
Yeah.
Get them off.
Sorry.
Get them
I
off.
appreciate that. That was a lapse. I don't know where Dalton went. He is not in his chair. So we're gonna get this started. Hopefully he makes it back relatively quickly. We're gonna be doing the NFC South. The NFC South is a pretty cut, dry, and simple division, in my opinion. I think we all know who's gonna win it. And I had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers finishing at 14-3 and the number one overall seed in the NFC conference. Steve, I'll let you go next.
Same. I've got them. I'm really high on them. I'm not as high on Baker Mayfield as Cooner is, but I'm a big fan. I love his attitude. I love how he'll go out there and die for his guys. I love guys like that. I love guys that
football guys.
Yeah, dude. I love guys. Yeah, football. You playing football? Yeah, dude. Big fan. I love Mike Evans. I think that he's underrated. Mike Evans won me fantasy last year.
Yeah,
after all you guys gave me shit.
I probably won't eat it.
Mike Evans won me fantasy last year. So big.
All right, sorry guys.
Hey, Dalt. We don't know where you went. We started up the episode. Welcome back. Didn't know you were gone. We're doing Tampa Bay still. We're still in the first one. Steve's giving his thoughts on Tampa Bay and how Mike Evans won in fantasy last season. I had Tampa Bay at 14-3. Steve had Tampa Bay at what'd you have? 14-3. Cool. But what were you saying, Steve? Were you done or you?
Yeah, no, I'm just
okay.
Dalt,
you want to go ahead and give your prediction for Tampa Bay?
Yeah, sorry for that, guys.
You're good.
12-5. I got them going 12-5. Winning the division. I mean, I don't know how many times they've won the division, but it's been pretty safe to say that, they're definitely in command as of right now. I think Bryce Young and the Panthers and maybe the Falcons could, but that's a very big asterisk and a very big could. If I'm betting my money, I'm betting on the Bucs.
Spoon, I'm assuming you have Tampa Bay somewhere near the top of your division here.
I have them at the top. So when I first did this, I had them as the number one team in the NFC. I had them by far being the best record overall, whatever. I felt bad because I thought I was being a little too biased because I love Baker so much. So I don't have them at 14 or 13 wins like a lot of you guys do. I have them at 11 wins. Wow. So I was being a little more generous to the other teams. But, yeah, I have them at 11-6, winning the division.
Okay. All right.
There's nothing more I need to say after that? I love Baker. He's taking this division.
Spoon stays smoking that Baker pack every day. Next up, I had finishing at 8-9, the Atlanta Falcons. They're my second place team. I feel like that defense is top half of the league. The offense has some really good weapons. I don't know if I trust Penix yet. I've talked about it a little bit in the past. He's very injury ridden. He's had 2 fully healthy seasons in college. He didn't start much, or he started for like a quarter of the year last year and stayed healthy. But both knees have been surgically repaired at a high level, like torn ACLs, and his throwing shoulders had 2 major surgeries on it. So dude's a ticking time bomb as far as I'm concerned. He has some trouble with the, fitting in throws over defenders, stuff like that. A little bit of a line drive thrower, which isn't the end of the world. People can have success that way. Brett Favre did it for years. I just don't think he has the longevity to do so, and I don't know that he can read defenses at a high level. So for that reason, I had them at 8-9. Dalt?
I got the Falcons at a very unimpressive 7-10. I think other than the Bucs, this really isn't much of a division, and it's kind of a coin flip on the 2-3 spot for me. So I'm putting the Falcons at 7-10.
Cool. Or Steve?
Yeah, I got them at 6-11. Really strange front office. You spend 4 drafts in a row drafting offensive talent, but you forget to get a quarterback, and then you do when nobody's expecting you to. Yeah. In a draft where you could have got a different one. I don't know, man. I don't hate Penix. I'd like to think he'd be, he's going to be all right. I always love a good comeback story, or everybody counted me out because I've been habitually injured, but I don't know if it's this season. And
yeah.
Spoon? So I'm a little higher on them. I have them finishing second in the division, but I have them finishing 10-7. I think they had a really good draft. I think they drafted you could argue the 2 best edge rushers in the draft in the first round. I think their defense is going to take a step up this year. They still have top 3 running back in the NFL. Drake London is no slouch. They have Kyle Pitts, and if they can just get Pitts the ball and get him to play good, then, I don't see how this team isn't going to win 9-10 games next year.
All right. Well, next up on the list, Carolina Panthers. I have them finishing 4-13. I do believe Bryce Young plays better. I don't feel like the team as a whole plays better, but I do feel like Bryce Young plays better. I feel like this year he proves in a losing season, like he was worth the pick. Like, okay, like, yes, they sucked, but Bryce Young wasn't the issue. I feel like the defense needs to come along still. They shored up the secondary. Yes, they have a really tough schedule, though. I just don't feel like this is the year they put it together. But I do feel like coming out of this season, they will be like, okay, we have something here. Dol?
I thought the Panthers were a really sneaky bad team last year. A lot of their games they lost just one possession or one play games. And I don't know if they have the coaching to really bring this team up. I think they have the talent and they have the players that can do it. I don't think that they have the coaching that can do it. I've got them going 7-10. Like I said, just kind of a coin flip between them and the Falcons for me. We'll see.
Okay. Steve?
So yeah, I've got Carolina 13-3. I'm sorry, 3-14. Sorry.
I was about to say,
3-14. Any team, I don't know if you guys have correlated this, but for me, a lot of times when ownership is weird or ownership is bad or ownership hires people to make decisions and then they are still the ones making decisions, I have problems with those teams. I have a problem with Carolina. You guys heard that story a couple years ago with Frank Reich and how he went to front office and said, I want CJ Stroud.
Yep.
And they said, you're drafting Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, it's hard to say based off of just 2 seasons of both guys who's going to have the better career. But
Stroud is definitely on the uptick.
Stroud is definitely on a better trajectory. And then you had that incident last season. Was it last season where he was like pouring shit on the fans from his box, or he was doing something? Don't like that. I'm excited for Tedoroy McMillan. I think he could be a really good receiver.
That's going to be good. They still have Thielen, who can still ball and is a good mentor figure. They have Leggett. They have a good running back room. The line is still not great, but better. The defensive line is good. The secondary is good. I just don't think they put it together this season. Spoon?
Yeah.
So I have them starting out 1-5, but I have them finishing 8-9. I think they get some sneaky wins there. I think that this team, you saw what Dalton said, they were very sneaky last year. They definitely could have won a few more games than they did. So I think they turned it around just a little bit, but they're not great. They're just an average team. So 8-9.
Last but not least, the team we all have been talking about, the New Orleans Aints. Are they are back to being the Aints? Are we assuming?
100%.
Gone.
Do you may go first?
I was gonna just say 1-16.
Oh wow, that's generous. 0-17. We are going to see our first 0-win team since the, I believe, 2016 Detroit
Browns?
Lions.
Or was it? Yeah.
No,
Was it it was the Browns?
Lions did it in like 2010.
No, the Lions did it in 08.
08.
Didn't the Browns do it recently?
Browns did it,
In like,
but I thought they won one
2016?
game.
I'm gonna look it up. while
Hugh
you
Jackson
think so.
won one game in 3 years.
Yeah. Find out what was the last team to go winless. I could have sworn it was the 2016.
It was the 2017 Cleveland Browns, 0-16.
17. Okay. Well,
The Cleveland Browns in 2016 won one game.
I stand corrected, but regardless, I still think that they are going to be winless. Bottom of the division, bottom of the barrel.
Yep, I think that's safe to say. Steve?
Oh, I just came back. I was cut out. Say it again.
We're just the Saints. Just thoughts on the Saints. Hello?
Got
Can
us?
you guys hear me?
Are you there?
He's cutting out a
He's
little
cutting
bit.
out.
Yep. Spoon. Steve, are you back?
I think so, maybe.
All right. Your thoughts on the Saints?
Yeah, not great. 5-12. I think I just might have
5.
gave them a couple of wins, but I'm not high on them either. What's crazy is before our time, like the Saints, like for a lot of people are what we think of the Browns today. Like they just have never really been good until Drew Brees, and then they've been just kind of any other time been pretty meh.
They were the Aints for 50 years.
They weren't even really good with Drew Brees. Drew Brees didn't win until year 9.
Well, but he was in San Diego for most of that.
Still.
He started winning in like year 2 or 3 with the Saints. And then even that, they had some up and down years in the middle there with Brees passed for like 5,000 yards. They were going like 7-9.
Well, Drew Brees passed for 5,000 yards, throwing 45 touchdowns, but they never, ever, ever have had a defense worth talking about.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Bengals.
Literally sounds like the Bengals right now. Anybody, Spoon? You got your thoughts? Close us out here.
Have them going 1-16. I was generous and gave them 1. So
I don't even blame you for that. I feel very similar, and they are, not very good. So sucks for them. But this is what happens. Like the 2017 to 2020 Saints, they kept, pushing money down the road, paying guys, paying Michael Thomas, paying Alvin Kamara, paying Cam Jordan, paying, and now they're having to pay the piper. The cap is real, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to check out the rest of the videos for division breakdowns on the channel. Like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
R.I.P. Derek Carr.